Hi everybody, week 4. I want to talk about your practical final. I will post the video right here I'm under the announcements tab right now. So first of all, great job everybody staying on top of this course. I have not been needing to send many reminders. Most of you guys have been doing awesome at getting your work done. So I have opened up all of your assignments for the remainder of the course. So some of you have chosen to work ahead. I am perfectly fine with that. If you want to work ahead and crank out your 2 finals that you have to do, they are open and you can start working on them whenever you get time. So you have a written final and your practical final for this course. Your written final is to write a final essay recapping what you have learned. I ask you to explain the difference in the different training programs and when you would use each program. Also, I ask you to answer if somebody would come see you with different goals, for example, weight loss versus gaining muscle mass, etc. What would you do? How would you differentiate their program to gain those results? So you'll find more specific instructions in the assignment that covers your written final. Your practical final is have an actual training session with hopefully a client. So as long as you have somebody with you willing to take part in the videos, grab them. It's much easier if you do have someone. So if you have a roommate, mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever it may be, try to get them to be in the video with you. I do have a mock client if you don't have somebody that's willing to do it or if you're living alone somewhere. But let's go over to the practical final instructions and I'll explain those as it may be a little bit confusing to start. Okay, so it is in your final case study videos. So it looks a little bit different on my screen, but when you open up the assignment, you will find the attachment here that will have your rubric within it. As I say here, only use client Jane if you do not have someone else available to be your client. If you have someone who's willing, disregard the info that I have in there on the mock client. All right, so let's go through the instructions for this assignment. So your practical final is to show your fitness expertise, everything that you have learned this semester. So read through each section, get ready to go. What you will need to complete your exam is a smartphone or something that you can record a video on. If you have a tablet, that works. A laptop will work as well. You need a client. Client to act as Jane, or if your client is whoever it may be, you just need a client. Weights, mat, paper, pen. Your weights, I know not all of us have a weight set at home, so get creative. One of you guys used 2 paint buckets and a broomstick, and I love it. I think that that's awesome. That's very creative. So use whatever you can, whatever you have access to at home. You will then need a most commonly YouTube account to post these videos to your YouTube, and then when you submit it to me, you're just going to copy and paste links into a Word document and turn it in. Okay, so I've given you a scenario below. So if you are using Jane as your client, then you would just explain this as if Jane was there with you. So if you do not have a client, you have Jane. If you have a client, then insert your client into this point. So you would explain all of the different lifts and exercises to them, and then you would actually have your client do just, maybe 1 or 2 to show that they have the form down and that you are critiquing them and you're encouraging them throughout their workout. So first, you are going to have them do video 1, which is your introduction of yourself, what you will be doing in the workout for the day to the client. So this is just you and your client sitting down, a 1 to 2 minute video, and you're telling them what they're going to do that day. Then you're going to do your fitness assessment. So you need to do the push-up test with Jane or whoever your client is. And I recommend having somewhere the push-up chart so that you can tell your client how they did right away as soon as they finish it. Okay, your video 3, you're going to do warm-up. So you need to create your warm-up based on the resistance training exercises that you will be doing. So for your resistance training, you are to do chest press, bicep curl, and plank. If you don't have something, find something similar at your house. So if you need to modify this a little, that's fine. But I am expecting your warm-up to mimic your workout. So if you're going to be working your chest in the exercise portion, then you should have chest exercises in the warm-up. Say that you have squats in the exercise part, you should have them doing bodyweight squats in the warm-up. So on and so forth, which you guys know. Okay, HIIT cardio. So you have the 3 rounds of the as many reps as possible as listed above, which is right here. The burpees, lunge jumps, jumping jacks. Like I said before, I am more than okay with you guys modifying this depending on what you have at home and what your client's able to do. Maybe you have mom willing to do it, but she tells you I will absolutely not do burpees. Skip them and find something else for her to do. That's just fine. Then your 10-minute video. Video 4 is your resistance training. So that's when you're actually doing the resistance moves. And you are encouraging them, you're showing them how to do it, and you are explaining everything that they need to know. So you explain it, you show them what they should do, then they actually start doing it. You're watching their form, you're critiquing anything that needs to be critiqued, and like I said, cheering them on to get as many reps as they can or get to however many reps you've told them to do. Then your last video, video 5, that is your cool down and stretching. So you have them do some form of cool down. Maybe it's just walk in place for 1 minute, whatever you guys can do there with the equipment that you have. And then some static stretching to stretch out whichever muscle groups you worked during your workout. So you can find the rubric here. Here's what I will go through as I'm grading you guys. I'll leave any other comments there. What you submit, I mentioned this before, but it is going to be a Word document with 5 links on it. So you're going to have 5 links that will have all 5 video links that I can just click through and watch, just your short little YouTube videos. I do recommend breaking it up into 5 videos. It's easier to keep track of what you're doing in each video and making sure that you have every component of the workout within it. So that covers our practical exam for this class. So please start working on it. It is worth 100 points, and your written final for this class is worth 50. So that written assignment is to write that essay, which is to be 3 to 5 pages with 3 resources listed. And that will make up our 2 finals within the class. So our 2 final assignments that you have to go are your 2 finals. If you have any questions, please email me. I know that we haven't done something like this in the classroom, so it might be a little bit challenging to do online, but I can also send you sample videos if you're stuck at any point. I will shoot you an example of what I'm looking for, or you reach out to your classmates. One student has already turned theirs in. Reach out, work with each other to do the best that you can. Get creative with this. Like I said, I know a lot of us don't have weights, we don't have treadmills, we don't have anything that would make this a little bit easier if we could go to a gym setting. So use what you have. If you have a 5-pound bag of potatoes, use it. If you have a big flour, use it. If you can find some maybe tools in the garage or whatever, just use whatever you can to make the workout worthwhile and show us what somebody could do if they were doing it at home without a weight set. Okay guys, let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me an email. I've been pretty connected to my phone, so I am getting back to emails as soon as possible. And have a great rest of the week.